Alright, so I went along and shaped some of the top rail. I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna do it one more again and see what we come up with. I had to do a couple little fill spots, and I still have a couple more to do. Little spots like this showed up. The spot where I glued the two pieces of styrofoam together really didn't do too well. I have some stuff called, yeah, here's another one. I have some stuff called, I don't know if this is correct, but I think they're called micro balloons. There's probably Q-cell or something like that. I forget what it's called. I have some of that. I'm probably going to mix up a real light batch of that stuff so it sands crazy easy and fill in some of the low spots. And I did something really stupid too that I'm really regretting. I thought it'd be slick and over glue while it was curing, like in between the two pieces of foam. Let's see if I can find a shiny spot. Yeah, you see how the stringer's shiny? I took glue and like took a stick and ran it down in there, and I'm having a hell of a time sanding that off without damaging the actual styrofoam. So I'm gonna have to just kind of go with it as it is. Lesson learned, don't do that again. I pretty much figured this would be a trial and error kind of thing. I did the rails once at, I think I did a 1-inch and then another 2-inch or 3-inch. And this time I measured in what it was, what felt right off of a different surfboard there. And it came back about this far, and then I'm going to foil the edge again at about 1 inch. And I am going to start doing that right now. All right. I hope the glare isn't too bad up there. So hopefully this didn't dry out on me while I had it sitting out. Easier going the other way. I'm a righty, so I also ride goofy foot, which I know is strange for some people, but the second I got on a skateboard, I instantly knew I was goofy foot. Not a hard thing to figure out. Should have learned my lesson already using a Sharpie to do this. It's not the easiest thing to sand away, and when you do, it leaves trace residue behind. Which was kind of a pain in the ass to sand off completely. So. But there's so many weird spots on the top of this board, I'm not excited to see a clear lamination. So I may try to figure out a way to, I don't know, cover that with something. I don't know. I have no idea. We'll see. But I just don't know. Alright, all non-essential personnel, please exit the premises. And yes, I do plan on making myself a actual table, one of them ones I see in all them videos, to do my work on instead of working on beach noodles or pool noodles or whatever you want to call them. So. Yeah, it's fine. Now, if you want the shadows the same, you may as well keep it on the same side. too bad. Okay, so I'm not done, but I have pretty much done the, it's really hard to tell without dimensions, without the right kind of lighting. But I rolled the top. I got a lot of rolling to do on the bottom, and I probably still need to shave off some on the bottom too, because it's not as thin as I was hoping. But we'll see. Maybe I'm wrong. We'll see when I start to do the rear. Either way, I'm psyched. Yeah, I'm psyched. Okay, so I got it flipped over. And now I'm going to do the rails on the side of the surfboard bottom. So I'm not coming over like the 2 inches or anything like that. I'm only going to come over about an inch and see where that leaves me. No reason to start off taking a ton and then be wrong. It's a lot easier to take it off than it is to put it back on. So I'm going to mark them out and start in on that. All right. All right, so the main problem that I'm having right now is where I had to glue the styrofoam to other pieces of styrofoam. The lap that it's causing is very hard to sand around. The glue is harder than the foam. The foam sands away before the glue. Don't get me wrong, I mean, it's not coming along horribly or anything. It's just, you know, quietest air compressor ever. It's just fighting me, that's all. Every time I get an inch out of it, it steals back a freaking inch and a half. And that's not horrible. I'm definitely not done. There's a learning curve to this. I'm trying to keep the back, I don't know, 20 inches or so, not even 20 inches, more like 10 to 15 inches, like the back 10 to 15 inches right here. Trying to keep kind of square. Not square. I don't even know all the terms. That's the problem with building styrofoam surfboards in Ohio, is that you're by yourself on it. Ain't nobody here to go, oh, you should try that, or, oh, you know, the professionals, they like to do, yeah, well, I'm as professional as it gets as far as I think it comes to surfboard making in Ohio. I think I'm it. So, I don't know. It's coming along pretty good though. I'm eventually going to have to put this down and pick back up on the 7-Eleven that I've got just sitting here waiting. I think it's going to give me just as many problems as this one. So, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Everywhere there's a lap. It's really, really stressing me out. That's like the main thing I'm fighting, or where everything comes together with the gluing. But for the most part, though, I'm still happy with the way it's going. It's a little thicker than I thought it was going to turn out to be. I don't have one of them lobster claw things to measure it. I'm sure I could make my own with 2 pieces of wood and a wing nut and just measure it after I pull it out. But that's where we're at right now. So, getting her done. All right, staying psyched. Trying. All right.